As they say in show business, Luigi Mangione. Welcome to the podcast for Unappreciated Wrestling fans, and welcome to a special edition. I had to say that. I don't give a shit. My girlfriend literally stopped and turned around and said, "Whoa." We might have a special guest coming in and out. Let's see if we had here. Let's see if he gets a nice little direction set up for us. Hello, Mr. D-Walk.
What's going on, bro?
Nothing much but the weather and the cold.
Man, this shit is crazy.
Yeah. You know what's
This shit is
crazier?
crazy.
Yeah. How are you, sir, and generally?
Better if this fucking weather stay in one place. How the fuck we had January and it's 60 degrees?
I mean, you want it to be 15 degrees right now? Because I don't.
No, it's just you need to stay one thing. Like all this week it was 15 and then now it's 6 degrees and it got me kind of like fucked up right now.
Not to get spiritual over here, but like reasonably so, the earth is angry at us because we're fucking with it.
Okay,
so, like,
but the segue,
Mother Nature.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
The segue. We have a special guest here, Mr. Brandon McMullen, Mr. B-Mack. Let's go. Hello, B-Mack.
Yo,
what's going on?
Nothing much. How are you, sir? I'm doing good. How are you, sir?
Checking out ROXANNE right now at the moment, trying to see what they got going on.
I understand that, but let's see. Thank you for passing by here on the PWF, which is the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans. We usually do wrestling news and topics of wrestling relation. We have 3 topics today. Usually current, like always. We try to be unbiased. Joe's not here, so we're not gonna get shit on with shit. So shout out to you, Joe. We love you. Today, let's not start off with the main event. Let's start off with your opinion on things. And let's start off with this graphic that will come out and then I'll explain what's going on real quick. And here we go. Now,
here we
to
go.
give everyone context, before we continue B-Mack, to give everyone context here, ESPN officially tied ROXANNE PEREZ and Toni Storm as a tie for Best Women's Wrestler of the Year. Now, I'm not contesting their body of work. We will get into that in a second. But B-Mack, what are your thoughts on Toni Storm, ROXANNE PEREZ tying for 2024 Women's Wrestler of the Year?
First of all, Alex, you know me. I'm gonna go there. It was some bullshit. That should not have been a tie. Toni cleared her in every category. It should have not been a tie. I feel like there was a participation. I don't want to piss off my undercover check from WWE under the table, so I'm gonna give you a participation trophy. That's what that was. There was no competition with that. It should not have been. Toni was the clear favorite in that. In any category for any character of women on TV right now. She should have been there by herself. And the fact that she wasn't, there was some bullshit by ESPN.
I'll give you that. Now, can you elaborate more on why Toni Storm should have won? Because I know you watch AEW more than me, and if Joe was here, Joe would just back you up 1,000% on this. But can you elaborate more why?
She's like the last 2 years, she's been the best female character of any company on television, like consistently every week. And it was bar none, like not even a debate. Like the ring work clears. She's been having like great matches since she came back. But Roxy, she cool, but girl, yeah, she ain't really done nothing to really be in the conversation, other than being on TV every week in a bigger company, which is WWE.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Now, we'll actually I'll ask you a question in a second. We'll go back to that. D-Walk, what are your thoughts on ROXANNE and Toni Storm tying up?
Well, I agree with B-Mack. Toni Storm, she had a hell of a 2 years, man. 2 years, she had a hell of a 2 years. She rolled over that women's division, man. And like I said, ROXANNE PEREZ, she had 5, 6, 7 matches, bro. Come on now.
Yeah. Now, I want to put some thoughts on this, and an Invisible Woman will jump in a second, and anytime she can, and say her thoughts on this. Now, I've only started rewatching NXT from maybe The match where Io Sky and Kaylani was fighting for the North American Championship. So from that point on now, so that's like late 2023, early 2024. And I have gone back and watched Roxanne's body of work, Iron Survivor Championship. I mean, the Survivor. She fought Lola. She fought Tatum. She fought Jada. She fought Soul. She fought Thea. She fought Ren. She fought almost everyone in the book. Almost everybody. But as B-Mack gave a good point, I mean, I'll elaborate a little bit more. She's bland as fuck.
Yeah.
Bland as a fucking pale toast in this fucking snow, which is sad.
Chicken with no seasoning.
She isn't. She's done nothing different except say the same thing. I'm the prodigy. I deserve to be there. I'm this. I'm that. So I'm like, okay, I get all that crap, and I understand all that crap. But if it's the same shtick for a year straight, it sucks. Now let's go to Toni Storm. Toni Storm has turned her whole gimmick black and white. That's one. Then went into the nice little 1920s thing style. Then mentored somebody. Then on top of that, got betrayed by that somebody. And now after she went insane, she's now back as the rookie and still going off in the sense of like if she was an actual
And the
rookie.
crazy thing is, she finna clear the field with that character as well.
Yeah,
exactly.
She finna clear. She what they're getting ready to do. She finna clear the field with that. So it's like she's finna have her Foley phase where he was Dude Love, Cactus Jack, all in one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she finna clear the field next year with that too. So if it's a tie next year, we know they on some bullshit. Because ain't no character finna come close to this one either.
Yeah. And that's the point I want to talk about right now, because there are people who are like, oh, Roxanne Perez is everything. I'm like, look, if she goes up to the main roster, the reality of it is that she'll get mixed up with a couple of people, maybe mixed up with Liv Morgan, maybe
She'll
mixed
get
up with Rhea Ripley.
Because the bigger girls characters is on the main roster. She gonna have to deal with the Queen, Charlotte, the EST, Bailey, the huggable girl still from like 2012, Sasha, like Hello Mercedes. She's gonna have to deal with so many characters that she's not gonna be able to stand out against.
No.
True.
No.
Now,
And that's not like that's not a knock against her, but her character. What are you other than a prodigy? Like, you don't make me want to watch you outside of you wrestling. Like, you don't want to see me. Like, I don't want to see you talk like wrestle.
That's
like
true.
Toni make me want to watch her talk because, like, okay, what the fuck she gonna say crazy next? Like, wacky next week.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that. Before we continue, Invisible Woman, do you have any thoughts on Roxanne Perez and Toni? Oh, you don't know who Toni Storm is, but what are your thoughts on Roxanne Perez as a whole since you're just starting to watch NXT just like me?
I mean, I've seen her character as the prodigy, and I mean, she's a good wrestler. She's resourceful, but yeah, I mean, I think they're just waiting to switch it up. But yeah, she's a good wrestler.
Okay. Thank you for that. Now, the reason I don't like Roxanne Perez, I want to continue on before we move on, is the fact that Roxanne Perez, as I said, Tatum Paxley and Thea Hale and Lola Vice and Jada Parker, these are people that were prospects to get something, and now they're getting nothing. Lola Vice is not getting anything. Jada Parker got buried. Thea Hale has not been seen since they broke up Chase U, which is kind of weird that we haven't seen any of those three at all, not even Chase University. Let's see. And all the other ones that come out, it's boring. And we all know that in a month she's gonna lose it to Julia. So like you buried all the prospects of what could have been North American champion, that could have been tag team champions, that could have been anything, rivals. But then you're gonna give it to someone new that's only gonna be here in a month to 2 months. New Year's Eve.
Being honest, Jada Parker and Sol Ruka got the most potential out of that entire group of women anyway, as far as the future of this business.
True, which is sad because Sol Ruka has a great move set, great finisher, not a great talker because she sounds like a hippie. That's fine. That's like Matt Riddle all over again. And Jada Parker, great talker, learning as she fights.
She need to work on her wrestling skills, but once she get the wrestling skills, sis couldn't be a whole problem out here.
Yes, and I'll say this again, ladies and gentlemen, Jada Parker, stop using your ass as a finisher. Do something else, and we will respect you
I thought I was the
more.
only one. That's
Yeah.
that's my only turn off with her. Is like, girl, you can be a killer in ring under the right tutelage. Girl, go to Japan for at least 6 months. Come back a killer. Upgrade that finisher though. Be a striker.
Exactly, because guess what? You're a soccer player. Go to Japan, talk to soccer players in Japan who are or also wrestlers,
Put them feet
and
to
they'll teach
use.
you moves. Yeah,
Start kicking bitches in their face. Put them to
Mhm.
use.
that's it. But D-Walk, if you had the chance to set up the number one winner, like number one women's wrestler of the year, would you choose Roxanne Perez or Toni Storm? Finalized.
Toni Storm #1.
Okay, and I would say Toni Storm as
But if
well.
we being
B-Mack.
honest though,
Yeah.
it should, and she not on TV. Damn you, Tony Khan. It should really be Athena, but that's a whole nother conversation that we can't have tonight. But
Mhm.
that's who should really be number one.
Okay. Well, okay, in a 3, because Athena has been doing her work at the same time. At the same time as, again, I wish Joe was here. Joe was here, would give us at least 5 or 6 people wrestling talk about that. But that's another day for another episode.
Mm-hmm. Cause she the real number one MVP.
True. There's a lot of other wrestlers out there that deserve a lot more lines. Again, and their ESPN is going off kissing WWE's ass, and at the same
Who's
time
on TV?
going off. Who's on TV? Exactly. And there's other people that are not on TV that deserve to get the. I feel like I'm in a hippie bar, and other thing. But either way, going on to the next subject, which is pretty freaking funny. There's a compare. You know what? Let's